Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's Bobby here. Just yeah, just wanted to share another video um, about about a couple of days ago. I think when I did my first video, I was sharing about how some of us here in New Zealand are struggling to make ends meet, and what I was meaning by that was the financial sides of providing for our families. It's pretty hard here when you're so limited to work here in New Zealand. There's a lot of work. There's some work out there, but to apply for them, there's like a lot of people in front of you when you apply for jobs here in New Zealand. Depends on what we do and what you do. But for myself, I had a bit of a health problem about a year ago, just with my heart conditions and diabetes as well. It's kind of like put me on the back foot a little bit, but that's from my own doing. I'm not blaming anyone else but myself. And I'm only limited to so many hours a week. Myself and my wife, we're on a job seekers benefit, and the minimum benefit here is it's not too great. So and plus we in a rental, which is it's about $1,000 a week, and plus expenses like with power's quite high as well, and food is, I think food is one of the probably the major one for us. How I've got a big family, and so just just with those things, it's quite high when you're on an income that's a minimum income that we receive as a family. I just wanted to put that out there. That anyone that's probably in my same situation, it's a hard one to swallow. But with the little that we have, for me, I'm just blessed to have a great wife that supports me, and 7 beautiful kids that I have that keeps my mind going and trying to find ways on how to better our finance, our income, and that's how I stumbled across Tommy the Cowboy. About jumping on YouTube and making some videos, and start off like how I've been starting, and then eventually, hopefully in the next, I'm not too sure, 6 months, 12 months, hopefully I can jump onto the program, the YouTube program, to start making some coin. But the purpose of this video really is just to, there's people out there. I believe that in my same situation, it's truly hard, man. Some people might have it easy, some people might have it, pretty good. But I'm just talking about, families that in my situation that I want to reach out, and I'm just, maybe YouTube, like what I'm doing, maybe can get you started if you're only limited to work and limited to income. I'm not too sure how, like I said, for myself, I've just started and see where it's going to go. But I've and I think it's my family that keeps me going. Like the job that I have at the moment now, gives me 20 hours a week, 40 hours a fortnight, and it's got a good number, just picking up autistic kids from schools, picking them up from home and dropping them to school, and then pick them up in the afternoon and take them home. Just wanted to post up again, and just to let the viewers out there know what I was struggling on, and it's just mainly finance. I think I think in everyone, anyone actually that once you get your finances up there, you basically pretty comfortable. You don't want to live. I just want to live comfortable and knowing that our bills are going to get paid. And for me, I think I've learnt over the years, what it really means to pay bills. You know, marrying my wife and then having children. Remember when I was in my single days? Yeah, man, it was pretty hardcore. Thinking I was Superman, and I mean Superman, and just go to work, spend hard, and not think about like where I am today. But I think that's what we all go through in our younger days. We forget those. Those days were pretty good young days, but then as we age and have families, have a partner wife, and having kids, it really shows you how what life's really about. As growing up as a kid, I still live out a place in Glen Innes, out in Auckland, in Auckland here in New Zealand. There's a place called Glen Innes, and grew up out there. And when I was growing up there, it was quite hardcore. I mean, us young kids staying out all night, and coming home late. It was all good, and never, I saw the struggles of my parents as well, but it didn't really faze me because I was still a kid growing up in GI, and just my mum and dad sorted me out. When I look back, they did their best to bring me up, and they were there were some struggles there when we were growing up too. We didn't have much growing up, and but I thank God for my mum and dad. They brought me, my sister, and my brother up, and so growing up was tough too, and but it's a challenging, it's a society, it's a place where it's a challenge, but at the same time, when you've got real love in your family, that's what keeps you molded together. Is I believe the love of your immediate family, your wife, your kids, your partner, and having that bond really sets everything apart, because that's where the happiness is. That's where all the the soul of families. It's right there in your home that keeps you going. And the laughs and the happiness in your home, hearing your kids crack a laugh or fighting, arguing, and those things are what keeps me alive, to be honest, because without that, I think, I don't think it's a family home, when there's no noise. But, what my point is, that, even though that we struggling financially, but the love in our home is so real, it's you can't buy that, you can't buy that true love at home, and I think, and like Tommy Cowboy was saying, try and live to your means, below your means, and I think, later on in the future, when things start getting better for me and my family, hopefully by the grace of God, that we stay grounded and humble on on the little things that we have, and not to get too ahead of ourselves just because we're starting to make a bit of coin now, and you start forget about those moments where the laughter and true love is in the home. And I think we kind of, I don't know, but I feel that we will start slipping away and thinking, oh yeah, we got it now, we're all good now, let's just go hard and do this, do that, go here, go there, buy this, buy that, and just hopefully that we don't turn out to be that type of person, that type of family. And, that's why it's a goal of mine to just to provide that little bit more, just to live comfortably, but at the same time being humble about life as it comes each day. It's a gift from our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ to give us the breath of life every day, to give to wake up every day, and knowing that, yeah, man, I made it another day. And it's so blissful to have a wife that I have, and the kids that the Lord gave us. And I know that it's not going to be perfect, but I believe that there is a way out there, and I know there is something out there anyway to make ends meet. But anyone out there that's going through the situation as me, just I think your wife, your partner, whatever relationship that you have, you look at each other and you look at what's in front of us. I think what's in front of us is what keeps us bonded together, and that's family, man. And family for me is prior, number one. But as long as we have God in our lives, I believe that we have Him, and to help us and direct us. I think we can make it happen. But at the moment, we are struggling financially, but that's something that I need to work on as a father, as a husband. And but yeah, I just wanted to thank all the viewers that that ever sees this. Hopefully can inspire some families out there, just to remember that, yeah, what's in front of us and what's in our home is the best thing in our lives that we can ever have. And but yeah, I just want to thank all the viewers, everyone out there that posts up likes. I really appreciate it. And it's truly inspiring, to be honest. And but God bless everyone out there, and hopefully everyone is having a wonderful day or morning or wherever you are in the world. But God bless everyone. Thank you.